What is up, lifers? Phil Smoke, and episode 31 is here. I've been out for a little while because I've been resting a little bit and really kind of building up some good content for you guys. And I'm super excited to jump into today's episode. And episode 31 is going to be relationship or oneship. What are you in? What are you guys in right now? What are the relationships that you guys are in? Are they a relationship where you and someone are in actual relationship, or are you actually in a relationship, quote unquote relationship, with is just a one ship? Basically, you're the one who's running the ship and no one else is doing anything else. And I know so many people fall victim to this, and so many people are in a one ship, but they call it a relationship. So I want to build perspective behind this, and that's what Project Life is about. If you guys are brand new to Project Life, I just want you guys to know Project Life is an podcast where I break down and build awareness and perspective behind life topics in order for you to build the most important project that we have, and that is our lives. And this topic is serious because it's so serious that a lot of people don't even realize they are in a one ship and not a relationship. A lot of people don't even realize what's really happening in their lives because they're so busy in the rat race, so busy on the day to day, they're not focused on the small things. And what I like to call these kind of small little things is like a little splinter that is on your foot. Imagine a splinter that just got caught on your foot and you're walking on it every single day, and it's just like, ow, 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 and you just never really get to it. And that's what these small topics are about. And I want you guys to understand that they are very important because that splinter can get infected one day and it could take over and there could be a problem. And because you let it go for so long, it might take you over, and you don't want that, lifers. I know if you're on this podcast and you are listening, or if you're watching me on YouTube or wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, I know you do not want that for your life. So I'm going to get into it today, guys. I don't know if you're excited as I'm excited because the one ship is what so many people that I've seen in relationships, and this could go for a friendship. If you have a friend that all they want to do, and or spouse, and all they want to do is just talk about themselves and they're not worried about anything that you're doing, you are in a one ship. You are in a one ship. You are the only one who really cares about what's really going on. The other person cares, but not and there's always this, there's always somebody who cares more in a relationship than the other. Is that right? Yes, there's a lot of relationships. There's always that one person who kind of just cares more or just shows it more than the other person. So we have to identify how we can become better at this, because I know the people that are in the one ship, they do care about you, but you have to train them in a sense and bring them to awareness so they understand what they are doing is affecting you, right? So, as an example, let's say you're out at a dinner with a friend, and all they do is continue to talk about themselves. And then every time you try to bring up something that you're doing or something that's interesting to you, it's like, oh yeah, and they go and they literally that takes about 10-15 second conversation time, and then after that, it's back to them. It's like we're here, to engage and have fun with each other. We're here to just talk about us. And that's in a relationship, your spouse, your best friend, you have to say, hey, listen, Joe, Mary, this is what's going on here. I feel like lately that you don't really care much about what I have to talk about. And it seems like all we're sitting here doing is talking about what you want to talk about. And, happens a lot. And I'm just not appreciative of it. And I want to, bring this to your attention because I feel like, it seems like you just don't care about what I have to, say about the things that I'm doing. And we're just sitting here really just talking about what you're doing. I mean, what's going on here? Like, I want to be able to express myself and I want to be able to have that conversation. But how are we going to do this if we sit here and continue to talk about what you're talking about and what about the things that I want to share, the things that I'm doing in my life. I know whatever you're doing is important, but the things that I'm doing I feel like are important too. You have to bring this conversation up to people because people they're not thinking most of the time, and that's with mostly everything in people's life. People really aren't really processing properly, and they're really not thinking that well because they're so caught up in what they're doing, and they're not worried about what other people, even though they might love you, even though they might care for you. You need to bring this to their attention to be able to help them slow it down and listen more. We have to have the understanding that people need to listen more and stop talking so much. No one really cares so much about what you're doing. Have you ever realized that? And if the people who don't realize that are the ones who are always probably talking about themselves, the people who are always talking about themselves and continue to not really engage in what other people are doing, and it's a real like back and forth, and you guys are feeding each other. But what happens in the one ship is just somebody's just continuing giving and then telling you stuff, and it's just like, yeah. And then they don't even want to hear anything that you really have to say anyways about the stuff that they're doing. They just want you to sit there and listen. What is that? What is that? Lifers, if you're listening to this and that's happening to you, I am challenging you to help someone change. I am challenging you to help somebody become better at this. Because in the reality is that if we're not helping other people become better, this world will become worse as the time goes on. People are so caught up in the rat race. People are so caught up in their business, their lives, and no one's stopping to think about other people. Listen to this, lifers. Listen to this one. We have to stop and think about other people, because our life is about other people, not just you, but it's about your family, it's about your friends, it's about your wife, it's about the people you love, it's about helping other people win. That's what real life and real success is really about. Understand that. So it's great that you're doing great things, but it's not great that you continue to be self-indulgent and really just continue to talk about yourself and not think about other people. And I'm saying this in the nicest way possible. I just really want to help, and it's really coming true from the heart. And I'm speaking from the heart on this one, and I speak on the heart from everything that I say, because that's just what it is, and I try to express it the best way possible, so it doesn't come off like, where some people might not like Gary Vee because he's so wow, he hits you left and right, and some people like it and some people don't get the full understanding, even though that's not who he is, because he definitely cares so much. He cares so much, he expresses it in his way where it's very, I want to, shove this information down your throat so you get it, that's his way of communicating, and it works for him, and he loves that, and that is great. But I know, and from working with a lot of people, that if I give you the right information the right way, is it better if I shove for me, I like to just hand feed people the things that they need in a way where they could deliver the information. It's raw, it's real, but it's also consumable at the same time. Where we're not sitting here, I'm just kind of just shooting things at you and creating the expectation that you have the same mindset as I do. So I want you to understand this concept. Relationships are what we need to continue to build in this world. We're in 2019 and above. We need to really focus on this because life is about us. It's not about me. It is about we. And we really have to create that conversation and the awareness behind the messages to help other people, instead of being so in tune with what we're doing and have these on. But we have to have these on when we're working, and then when we're not working, we have to have these on, open, so we could help, so we could do the things that we need to do. Because staying focused towards the things you're doing is great. But when you're engaging in conversation, when you're with people, you want to be engaging with them real time, really understanding what the benefit is of this conversation is. I'm going to help this person, they're going to help me in my venture, and really understand that it's something that we're building, just like a relationship. is about building, and a one ship is just a one-way street. It's just a one-person show. You know, a relationship, we are building something together, and that's the message that I want to share with you guys today. So Project Lifers, if you are listening and if you are watching, I want to share this message, and I want you guys to really grasp the information properly, and I want you to share the message. The only thing that I ask you guys to do is share the message with other people. Share the video, share the podcast. You know, really get excited about what is happening with Project Life, and how what we're doing with really helping people create perspective, because that perspective could really change somebody's mindset. And if it changes somebody's mindset, it could change the actions. If it changed the actions, it change everything around them, which could really impact the world the more that we share really good positive information with other people. So I am super excited, and the call to action is this, because on every episode on Project Life, we have a call to action. And the call to action here is I want you to sit and think right now. I want you guys to sit and think, which one are you in your relationships? Think about the people who are close to you. Are you in a relationship, or are you in a one ship with people? Let's think about the closest to you, your family, your spouse, your children, your friends. Is it a one-way street? Are you caring about what other people are doing? Or you just want to sit there and just talk about what they're doing? I'm sorry, about what you're doing, and not caring about what other people are really doing. And I'm talking about really caring. Like, yo, man, I really care about what's going on in your life, dude. Like, you need help with your business, you need help with your job. You know, like, what can I do? Da 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 da. Like, I'm talking about really caring. Not like, oh, I'm just doing it for another reason. I'm talking about real deal caring. Lifers, I am challenging you on this one right now. I want you to understand this. What are you doing in your life? Are you a relationship person, or are you a one ship with your relationships? Which one are you? Because we have to really create the best life. If you really want the best life, you would care about what other people feel, what other people think about you, and what other people are doing in their lives. Because if you really want to win in your business, if you really want to win in life, it's not just about you, it's about other people. And I'm sharing this because I'm sharing it out of love for people. I love you guys. I love sharing amazing messages with people, and I will continue to share amazing messages with people. And I'm just super excited for what you guys have to do and what you guys are doing in your lives. So let's get it. Let's make it happen. See you next time.